Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys in the stream, being a part here on this Friday night. Grab the popcorn, get ready, because we're going to tip off in under 8 minutes from now. The Providence Friars taking on the Kentucky Wildcats, 11 versus 6 matchup in the first round of the NCAA tournament. I am pumped up for this game for today. Big East, 4-0 today in the NCAA tournament. Can they make it 5-0 on this Friday, March 17, 2023? Major battle between two teams with the same record, 21-11. Bryce Hopkins going up against his former team. It is going to be a battle here for sure out on the hardwood. This game taking place out in Greensboro, North Carolina. Kentucky, the 4.5-point favorite in this matchup, over under at 143. If you guys are new to the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and we are back. Jason Vegas, let's go, everybody, for this one. Oh, man. Should be a great time indeed. All the storylines for this matchup: Bryce Hopkins transferring from Kentucky to Providence in the offseason. Coach Cal wouldn't play him. He only averaged around 6.5 minutes per game. Only scored around 2 points per game last season at Kentucky. This year, he's found a new home at Providence, and he has been on fire. Big East first-team selection, 16 points per game this season for Bryce Hopkins in his sophomore season. He has struggled, though, as of late, though, for Bryce Hopkins. He had 6 points against Georgetown, 17 against Xavier, 4 points against Seton Hall, and then 16 against UConn in the Big East tournament. But before that, he was on the roll. 14 games straight in double figures scoring for Bryce Hopkins. Ed Cooley's squad, the chief of dimes, the king of the boards, that dude, going to have to show up and be that dude today with a physicality to see if they can pull off an upset over the Blue Blood. Big Blue Nation of Kentucky with Coach Cal. They are looking for redemption in this one after the early exit over St. Peter's last year. 9-1 in the first round. Besides last year, that was the only one they could not win against St. Peter's under Coach Cal. They've had quite a season there for Kentucky. 12 different starting lineups. There was one point there, the head coach, the one point where they were all trying to go over fire Cal for the head coach. That was after their loss against South Carolina. But through the ups and downs, Kentucky has been able to find its way. They've been strong late, 5-2 in the last 7 games with the only 2 losses against the same team, Vanderbilt. But yeah, this is a team that lost some bad games early on in conference play. The loss at South Carolina is the worst loss in the season that they had. But they've been able to rise as of late for Kentucky this season. So this is going to be a good one here. Metronome, welcome on the stream. Glad to have you guys back in. Yep, just going to not do that one for this one. Oscar Tshiebwe, Bryce Hopkins, tip-off time, 5 minutes from now, 7:13 p.m. It's going to be a good one for today, and hopefully Providence shows up, because they've been cold lately. Got blown out against Seton Hall on senior day. 1-4 in the last 5. They were struggling against UConn in that first half. They came back, though, in the second half against UConn. Made it much more closer. Now, it would be interesting, because if they had got blown out against UConn in the Big East tournaments, there'd be a lot of question marks whether they'd be even in the bracket. They probably might have bounced back to an 11 seed if they gave up in the second half, didn't come back, and they suffered like a 30-point loss in that Big East tournament game. But they came back, lost. They cut it to single digits. They lost, though, in that matchup against UConn. But here's a chance for Providence to reset right here, right now, when a lot of America is counting them out for Ed Cooley's squad. A chance for a reset like they did last year and made it to the Sweet 16 after a bunch of people took South Dakota State. Bradley, welcome in. No problem, man. Hope all is going well. Quick update in the scoreboard. Got a lot of great games going on during this hour. Fairleigh Dickinson, 19-13. Fairleigh Dickinson leads over Purdue. We'll keep you guys posted there. 9:40 left to go. Yesterday, New Jersey with Princeton. Princeton upset Arizona. Another New Jersey team with Fairleigh Dickinson taking on Purdue right now. As Fairleigh Dickinson with a lead there, 19-13 currently. Drake against Miami will tip off. That game's actually later for the tip-off at 7:55, and then Gonzaga Grand Canyon at 7:35 for games going on. That's interesting. Yeah, thanks so much for the update there, Alex. Yeah, sometimes they get the notification or not for sometimes for the channel. I don't know why it doesn't like come through sometimes. It's very odd why it only comes through at sometimes or so. I think we're going to tip off in about 2 minutes from now. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, you guys got a Sky Clark I heard yesterday from Illinois. A couple other transfers for you guys. That's awesome there, Bradley. Yeah, I accidentally timed out that one. I accidentally hit that instead of like hit it or delete or so. We'll keep you guys posted on Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. Wow, 19-13 FDU leading Purdue at the moment. Yeah, man, it's been a good season for Providence considering because I believe they lost 8 seniors last year. I wasn't sure if they were going to make it to the bracket this season. If they did, it would probably be around like where they're seated right now, and that's exactly what happened for Providence because they were above that throughout most of the season. I think they were like around like a 6 or a 7 seed, like about like a month and a half back before the tournament. Then they started to drop a little bit. They slipped more once they started to go down the stretch of their schedule. Now they got the 11 seed into the bracket, chance to reset. Already we saw 1-11 seed winning today, Pitt, winning over Iowa State. Winner of this game will take on Kansas State. So whoever wins this game, certainly an opportunity to see if they can pull out the victory over, that is K-State or Montana State. So Montana State, the 14, plays against Kansas State later today. So the winner of that game, but there's a good opportunity, could sneak through to the Sweet 16, whoever wins this matchup. Behind the Arc fan, welcome back in. Yeah, it seems like a lot of these slow-tempo offenses are struggling in their first-round games, being like the better seed. Virginia lost, Houston sneaked by Northern Kentucky, and Purdue's another slower-tempo offense that they are struggling right now with FDU. I was watching a little bit of that game. FDU had like 4 dudes just loading the box on Zach Edey in that one. They're just trying to take away Zach Edey and daring the freshmen to make their threes. Ron, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Ed Cooley, 7th NCAA tournament appearance here at Providence in his 12th season. He's only 2-4 in the first round, though, but chance here to see if he can make it his 3rd victory in the first round. Jaron Bynum, Noah Locke, Devin Carter, Bryce Hopkins, Ed Croswell. All 5 starters from the transfer portal for Ed Cooley's squad. Coach Cal, year number 14 for Kentucky. 11th NCAA tournament appearance for Coach Cal. This is going to be a good one. Grab the popcorn, everybody, and let's go. Yeah, things going well. Waleed, welcome to the stream once again. Kentucky right to left in the floor. They get the white jerseys, blue numbers, blue letters for the matchup. Providence got the black uniforms, white numbers, white letters as we are underway, and Providence controls the opening tip. Jared Bynum, guarded by Cason Wallace. Now out to the top of the key, Noah Locke. Moves it out to the left wing to Bryce Hopkins. Hopkins guarded by Toppin. Top of the key to Bynum. Bynum hit a clutch 3 in the first round against South Dakota State. Bounce pass down low. There's the big fella. Ed Croswell up and in off the glass to start it off for Providence. First possession for Kentucky. 30 seconds in action. 60th NCAA tournament appearance most for a Division I men's basketball program. Number 60 for Big Blue. Sheway pivot. Puts it up off the glass. No good. A rebound to Croswell. Strong first 45 seconds by Ed Croswell with a layup in the rebound. Carter at the wing. Out to the top it goes to Bynum. Bynum out to Carter. Hands it off to Hopkins. Moves it on top to Croswell. The transfer from LaSalle. Croswell. Hand off to Locke. Came in from Florida. Outside it goes to Hopkins. Hopkins. Spin. Jumper. Turn around. 15-footer. Missed off the back rim. And the rebound controlled by Sheway. 1 minute through action so far. Kentucky possession number 2. Livingston at the left wing. Chris Livingston, top 15 recruit, moves it out to the top to Cason Wallace. Number 8 recruit lost it, tipped up around, gets his own basketball back, though, and got fouled. The clock will stop with 18:35. This will be free throws, I believe. Yep, 2 shots coming up by Cason Wallace at the free throw line for Kentucky. Two shots for Wallace. First one, no good. Missed off the back rim. They call Ed Croswell the one who picked up the foul. We'll see if there's any first-year jitters in this game for Kentucky. Second one's good by Wallace. 2-1 now the score. See a lot of the first-year players in other games struggling in the tournament. Aiden Mahaney, he had a goose egg on the board today for St. Mary's, but they still beat VCU. Top of the key, Noah Locke. Hands it off to Bynum. Bynum, pass off to Locke. 18-20 left to go. Locke almost lost it. Gets it back. Pass deflected by Wallace. Wallace does come up with a steal. Kentucky has it past midcourt. Wallace makes the pass to Toppin. Toppin moves out to the wing. Bynum tried to go for the steal. Couldn't get it, though. Chris Livingston moves it back out to Wallace. Wallace will slow it down for Kentucky. 2 minutes in action, 18 minutes left. Wallace dribbles up inside the key, floats it up off the side of the glass, no good. Ed Croswell comes up with rebound number 2. Bynum looks to push it. Bynum, stop and pop, jumper at the wing, no good off the rim. A rebound controlled by Sheway. Slow start with the offenses so far in this game. Kentucky, 2-point oriented team, 21st in all college hoops and 2-point makes. They rank in the 300s and 3-point attempts per game. At the corner, Providence doing well, keeping up defensively so far. Jumper missed off the mark by Toppin. Offensive rebound, Sheway bounce past Toppin underneath, and he scores up and in off the glass. That's the first basket of the game for Kentucky. And it's actually been flip-flopped this season for Providence. Usually, they're known as a defensive type of team. They lead on their interior defense. They've always been great on the glass, but this year they're top 40 in scoring, but their paint defense is ranking in the 200s this season. But they played against a lot of the explosive offenses in the Big East. Marquette, Xavier, those two offenses specifically putting up top 20 scoring numbers in the nation this year. Providence called in a turnover. Ball touched the baseline. It goes back to Kentucky. What's good, Will? Welcome back to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. 17 minutes left to go in the first. Providence has to settle it down. 2 turnovers now. Kentucky with the basketball. Cason Wallace Out on top, deflected, intercepted. Devin Carter comes up with a steal, takes it right to the rim, dunks it down. Carter, steal and dunk for Providence. And Devin Carter been one of the top defenders all this season in the Big East. Great transfer pickup Ed Cooley got in the offseason from South Carolina. Kentucky will take a three straight away. Wallace missed off the front rim, tipped up. Sheway offensive rebound, back outside. Reeves with a three. Skipped around the rim and out. Another offensive rebound, Sheway. Out to the wing, Toppin. Toppin moves it out inside the key. Tough shot by Livingston, missed off the glass. Battle for the rebound, loose ball. Sheway comes down with it. Sheway underneath, missed off the glass again. Tipped up Providence. Tipped out, knocked out of bounds. Last off the shoe of Toppin. Wow, what a scrum for the basketball. 3 straight opportunities for Big Blue. Couldn't come down with it. And, man, just a jumbled up mess of an offense right there. Just trying to get anything in Providence. Incredible defense down low. Just active out on the glass. Kentucky 3-0 on offensive rebounds. Providence is just making everything difficult for Kentucky so far. Drive, kick to the corner to Bynum. 16 minutes left to go. Bynum dribbles back out to the right wing. Gives it over to Carter. Carter launches a three. Carter off the rim, no good. Bynum in the quarter secures the offensive rebounds. Outside back it goes Locke. Out to the wing to the left side. No good on a three off the back rim by Locke. Kentucky with it again. 15.5 left to go in the first. Low scoring game. Kentucky will slow down tempo. Reeves, who almost lost it there at the top. Reeves stripped. And he gets stolen away. Bynum comes up with a steal. Pass ahead. Devin Carter once again dunks it down. Second time in the game for Devin Carter. 6-3 Providence. 15-10 left to go. Devin Carter igniting the flame here for the Friars. Kentucky will keep on slowing it. Providence knows the inability to make a three for Kentucky is there, so they're making everything difficult inside. Toppin dribbles up to the elbow, backs his way on the smaller Bynum. Toppin, tough shot, follow away, banks it up and in off the glass. 6-5. Under 15 minutes left to go in the first. Providence will keep on playing past midcourt, so we're under the media timeouts. But once the clock will stop, we'll get to it. Carter at the wing, 15 on the shot clock, gives over to Locke, turns the corner, jumper inside a key, missed off the front rim, and the rebound picked up in the corner by Wallace. Kentucky pass midcourt, Case and Wallace. Wallace attacks inside the paint. Wallace puts it up, missed off the glass, and a whistle. It's going to be charged to Jared Bynum on the blocking foul, and now we'll have the first time out of the game. 2 steals by Providence, leading to 2 buckets at the rim by Devin Carter. Off the fast break opportunity, 6-5. PC Friars lead. 14:25 left to go in the first. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to join in, be a part here of future live streams. Devin Carter, what a start for him. Ed Croswell, strong start for him as well. Get the first basket. Has 2 rebounds so far. Kentucky top scorer Jacob Toppin, he's got 4. Cason Wallace made a free throw. Oscar Sheway already has 7 rebounds. He's got 4 of those offensive rebounds, 3 of those defensive rebounds for Sheway. And that's just the size advantage that Kentucky has on the floor. Providence has struggled this season going up against the bigger type of teams. Got Oscar Sheway at 6'9". Very active on the glass, though. Jacob Toppin also 6'9". But Bryce Hopkins just 6'6". And then Ed Croswell 6'8". That size advantage playing a factor in second chance opportunities that Kentucky has had in this game. Jacob Toppin with 2 buckets. Quick update on the other games going on. We got Purdue, who's finally leading. 22-19. Purdue with a lead over Fairleigh Dickinson. And Grand Canyon Gonzaga will tip off in about 12 minutes. Yeah, crazy. Sheway's got 7 boards so far. 4 of them offensive rebounds. 3 of them defensive rebounds. It's just wild. Yeah, there was one possession. I think he got like 3 rebounds on one possession up the floor. It's 8-4 Kentucky right now in the glass. Both of these teams yet to make a three so far in the game. Kentucky just 2 for 9 right now. Providence 3 of 8 shooting. Yeah, I used to when I had sponsors here back in the playoffs in May. (24-22) Purdue. 2-point lead over Fairleigh Dickinson currently. FDU hanging in there. I covered, it was Creighton versus NC State. So I covered that game. I saw Pitt destroyed Iowa State. 2 shots at the free throw line. First one's good for Kentucky. Second one off the front rim, missed by Reeves. Another offensive rebound by Sheway. His 8th of the game so far for boards. Sheway puts it back up and in for 2. 8-6. Boulder Vaughn, welcome to the stream. No problem. Thanks so much all for stopping on by. Yeah, Oral Roberts got the worst matchup possible in the bracket. Duke should have never been a 5 seed to begin with for them. That team is playing out of their mind right now for Duke. That's a bad matchup for Oral Roberts that they got last night. Hopkins at the top. Hopkins takes the 3. Off the rim, missed, and nobody can hit a 3 so far. Loose ball. Scrum for the basketball. Out of the pack. Providence had it for a moment. Kentucky comes down with it with Wallace. Wallace past midcourt, stumbles, and far side of the floor. It's Hopkins who picks up the reach and foul. The game clock will stop with 13:41. Cason Wallace right off that loose ball. He just shot out of a cannon out of the pack right there. Inbound will go to Kentucky. 13:35 left to go in the first. Low-scoring game here. Toppin at the free throw circle. He's defended by Hopkins. Lob over to Sheway, and we have a whistle and a turnover. Referees will say on Kentucky here. So this will go back to Providence with 13:30 left. That's on Sheway. He pushed off on Bynum. Offensive foul picked up by Sheway, pushing off on Bynum, receiving the entry pass. So that's the first personal foul of the game by Kentucky. So 1 on Sheway. Providence with 3 as a team, 1 each by Hopkins, Croswell, and Bynum so far. Bynum has it at the right wing. Bynum dribbles up to the elbow. Bynum looks to pass it back out. 5 in the shot clock, though. Bounce pass down low to Croswell. Has to get something off. 2 in the shot clock. Oh, nice job to a cutter. Carter floats it up. It's short, though. Kentucky comes up with the rebounds. C.J. Frederick, number 1, first time into the game for the transfer from Iowa for Kentucky. Lob goes to Sheway. Sheway guarded by Croswell. Sheway turned around, missed off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Livingston through a pack, comes down with that loose ball. Able to get it away, though, to Frederick. 3-point shot taken straight away. Skipped around the rim and out. Missed by Reeves. And Hopkins comes out of the pack for the defensive rebounds. Hopkins pushing up the floor. Hopkins takes it right to the lane. He scores up and in off the backboard. Counted in the foul by Bryce Hopkins. And 1 at the free throw line. Taking the distance. We've seen that all season long. That dude in black and white, number 23, he's got handles. Bryce Hopkins taking it right to C.J. Frederick and 1. 12:32 left to go. 1 shot by Hopkins as he is on the board right now for his first bucket. X, welcome to the stream. Hawkeye Nation, welcome back in. And the free throw is good. Man, this has turned out to be a wild game. Just such a tough physical type of game. That's exactly what Ed Cooley's guys are. They compete for every single possession. They love the competitiveness. Mental toughness. Physicality. This is what the game's all about right now. 12:20 left to go. 4 lead changes, 2 ties. Kentucky has inside a key. Tough shot, banks it. Up and off the glass. That is good. For 2 more by the Wildcats. 10-9. That's Jacob Toppin. He's got 6 out of the 10 so far for Kentucky. Handoff Noah Locke. Bounce pass towards his right. Clifton Moore, first time into the game. Croswell. Corey Floyd Jr. also out there. 3-point shot missed off the back by Moore. Offensive rebound. Croswell underneath. Croswell scores from point blank range with a putback. 11-10 PC. 11:40 left to go. 3-point shot missed by Kentucky. And a loose ball foul picked up here. I think it's by Providence on the floor. Ned Coley looking around. Yeah, it's on Providence. Think it might have been on Croswell. We'll check it. We're going to go to a timeout here on the floor. 11-10, 11:41 left to go in the first here. Providence, 1-point lead over Kentucky. Wow, what a start to this game. Just so even right now. Just Providence giving Kentucky all they can handle with just hustle on the floor. Kentucky dominant on the glass so far. Yeah, that is on Ed Croswell, so that's Croswell's second personal foul. So he's got 2, and then 1 each by Hopkins and Bynum now. And Ed Croswell's really competing out there. He's the top rebounder with 3 rebounds. He's the tallest player on the floor for PC too. So that's tough if they're going to have to sit Croswell most likely. And it's just tough right there. That's the thing. Yeah, because they're not like an extremely deep team for Providence. They got their 5 starters all in double figures. 5 starters all in double figures, but after that, it's a big drop-off. Their number 6 scorer only averages around like 5 points per game with Allen Breed off the bench. They have Allen Breed, Clifton Moore off the bench. They had Corey Floyd check in, but he's only scoring around 2 points per game this season. So they just mostly do it with 5 guys for the scoring. And then after that, very, very seldom. Purdue in a tight one right now against Fairleigh Dickinson, 26-24. 2:45 left to go before halftime. Yeah, it seems like these slower pace type of teams, Houston, Virginia, really struggled in their first round matchup because the other team can play right with you. It's only a 1-point game now, 27-26. All right, so we're going to get back to action here in just a moment. Providence has never won the national championship. They've been to the Final Four twice, 1973 and 1987. So before I was born, and then I don't remember it because I was 2 years old, but they went to the Elite Eight in 1997, 1987, 1973, 1965. Yeah, the one in 97, don't quite remember that one, though. 28-27, Fairleigh Dickinson just took the lead with a minute left to go before half over Purdue. Yeah, those backcourt freshmen for Purdue is finally going to figure out what physicality is for them. They're going to hit reality with the Jersey boys for the first time and face physicality. Inbound to Kentucky. 11:35 left to go. Cason Wallace at the top of the key, defended by Noah Locke. Wallace takes the jumper at the free throw circle, missed off the rim, tipped up to the near side. Shibwe tapped it over to Locke, though, for the basketball. Locke has it now. Locke rises for the J. He hits it. Noah Locke at the right elbow, knocks it down for 2. Providence up by 3. Kentucky with it. Lance Ware, first time into the game, number 55. Hands it off to Frederick. Bounce pass to his right to Adu Thiero. First time into the game for Kentucky, number 3. Cason Wallace. 12 on the shot clock. Wallace, Clifton Moore, trying to force the tie-up. He got called, though, in the reach-in. That's number 5, picked up by Providence now. That's on Devin Carter. Check that. Devin Carter, number 22. So Carter picks up his first personal. So 2 each by 2 fouls by Croswell, 1 each by Carter, Hopkins, Bynum so far. 5 as a team for Providence. 2 fouls committed by Kentucky. Dale, welcome back in. Derek, SFWS, welcome to the stream, guys. Kentucky will launch a 3. Reeves hits it. 13-13. 10:30 left to go before half. Jared Bynum hands it off to Locke. Locke passes out to his right to Hopkins. Hopkins guarded by Toppin. Moves it on top to Carter. Carter launches a 3. Carter, he hits it. Devin Carter letting the Friars on top once again, 16-13. He's got 7 of the 16. Chris Livingston drives in the paint. Gutted a drop around the rim and in. Now the scoring starting to pick up right now. 1-point game. What a matchup here midway through the first. 10 minutes even left to go before halftime. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit the sub. If you guys are new, really enjoy the content here. Carter attacks inside the paint, floats it up off the glass, no good. Rebound control by Livingston to Kentucky. Kentucky looks to push it. Baseline drive, they stumble down and they turn over the basketball. Antonio Reeves lost it. A little slow to get up, but he gets helped out to his feet for Reeves. Yeah, he had a chance to score. It was on an outlet pass, too, and then he drove baseline, and he just stumbled upon his own weight and lost it out of bounds. 4th turnover by Kentucky, 3 by Providence so far. 9:30 left to go in the first. Crossover, Hopkins, spin move on top, and what a matchup there. Hopkins inside. Hopkins scores. Up and off the glass for Bryce. Back and forth we go. Bryce Hopkins with 5 points against his former teammates. Chris Livingston passes out to his left to Cason Wallace. Wallace dribbles up to the free throw circle. Shovels it out to the wing of Livingston. Livingston takes the jumper. Got it. Over Carter for 2. Mario, thanks so much for joining in, man. Yep, I got that exactly in my bracket there, Houseway. I got Alabama, UConn in the national championship for my predictions. I got Alabama winning it, getting revenge from UConn back in that loss in November. 8 on the shot clock. Hopkins bounce pass down low. Clifton Moore puts it up and missed off the glass. He got fouled. So 2 free throws coming up here for Providence. Clifton Moore. Man, this has lived up to every second of his hype so far in this game. 8:36 left to go before halftime. Clifton Moore, depth guys out here on the floor, trying to see if they can make an impact for Providence in the first one. Oh my goodness, it spun around the rim, it went out, it stood still at the top of the rim. You don't see that too often. Spun around at the top of the rim. Wow. Above the view cam on that too, they had it on the TV screen. That is wild. That basketball stood still at the back of the rim. That is unbelievable. Spun around, and just came to a standstill at the back rim. Second one's good. So that first free throw does not count because it was just at the back rim. Wild. 8:30 left to play in the first. If Providence loses by 1, we'll remember that one for ages. Wild. Kentucky with it at the left wing. Now to the top, it goes to Wallace. This game has a making of a game that could potentially go into overtime if it keeps it up inside the key. Toppin floats it up. He's got it. 19-19. Jacob Toppin. Strong game for him, for Kentucky. It's up to 8 out of the 19 so far. Providence with the ball. Noah Locke. Bounce pass off to Hopkins. Guarded by Toppin. Has it at the baseline. Backs his way out the low block. Moves it out to Locke around the perimeter. On top, it goes to Bynum. Bynum, guarded by Wallace. Bynum around the perimeter. 5 in the shot clock. Bynum drives. Bynum, tough shot. Over the rim, no good. Chance to put it up. Couldn't get it there, though, by Carter. Goes back to Kentucky. Out to the corner. Open 3. Reeves. Got it. And Kentucky takes the lead 22-19. 7:30 remaining. By the way, Gonzaga tipping off against Grand Canyon. Gonzaga leading 7-0 in the first 2 minutes. Fairleigh Dickinson with a 1-point lead at halftime over Purdue, 32-31. 7:10 remaining here before half. At the free throw circle, Clifton Moore, 10 in the shot clock. Hand off Carter. Carter, follow away, tough shot. Oh, Devin Carter hits it. Devin Carter at the free throw circle, knocks it down off the turnaround. Kentucky down low. Sheway scores the bucket. It's been a problem for Providence this season. Transition defense, we see right there. Providence just not back in transition defense. Sheway up to 4. 6:40 left to go before half. Bynum will slow down tempo. Hopkins out to the top. It goes to Moore. Handoff. Locke dribbles up to the elbow. Rises for the J. Off the front rim miss. Tipped up to the corner. Try to save it for Providence, and they will. Hopkins comes down with it. Locke. Open 3. No good. Missed off the rim by Locke, and the rebound snatched away by Sheway. Toppin. Extra pass corner. Missed off the mark. No good by Reeves. Tapped out of bounds by Providence. It was out by Devin Carter. Devin Carter doing everything right now in this game for PC to keep them in by 3. By the way, Oscar Sheway already double digits for rebounds. 10 rebounds. 6 of those offensive rebounds by Big O with 4 defensive rebounds. And we're going to take the timeout on the floor. 6:24 left to go. What a game so far. Grab the popcorn for this one if you haven't got settled in so far. Wow. Check that actually, because my stats update a little bit late. Sheway has got 11 rebounds for Sheway. He's got 6 offensive rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds. So Sheway has 11 now. He came down with the last one. So 11 boards by Sheway in the first 13 and a half minutes, basically. So Oscar Sheway is on pace for like 33 rebounds if he keeps it up. That's wild. This is my final stream tonight. So this is the last one for tonight. Fairleigh Dickinson with a 1-point lead at halftime over Purdue. 32-31. Gonzaga 7-0 leading Grand Canyon. And Drake Miami will tip off in 15 minutes. If you're new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. You guys would like to come back for future live streams, I do cover. Purdue is 2 for 11 from 3-point range in their game. Zach Keedy, 12.6 rebounds for Purdue, but these freshman guards, they got to get going. These freshman guards, as of late, have been struggling down the stretch of this season, and they're vulnerable of getting upset early. And right now, Fairleigh Dickinson's showing them what physicality is like in the first 20 in that matchup. Yeah, I hope to do 2 streams tomorrow. I'll be out during the afternoon. I plan on being back, I think, 5:15 for Kansas, Arkansas tomorrow, and then Texas against Penn State at 7:45. So I'll probably post in the community tab tomorrow morning. I'll probably leave up something before I head out in the afternoon. So I have to see when the games are going to be on Sunday, too. Yeah, Sanogo was incredible in the second half. Yeah, good thing I thought about that, because I thought about the tempo of Purdue. And usually the teams that's played slower tempo, like Houston, Virginia, that's where the score gets closer, where these teams in the tournament hang in. These tournament teams are hanging in with slower tempo offenses, and Purdue's got a tempo in the 300s this season for their offense. And the blowouts have happened with fast-paced offenses. Alabama's got a top 5 offense in adjusted tempo. Because Alabama can take like 70 shots per game, while Purdue takes around like 50-something. We get back to action. 6:10 left to go in the first. Kentucky with the ball. Chris Livingston slides it to his right to Toppin. Toppin bounce past Sheway. Sheway already with 11 rebounds in the first 14 minutes of action. Sheway missed a wide-open layup. 3-point shot straight away, Kentucky. Around the rim and out, tipped. And it goes into the hands to Devin Carter with a defensive board. Under 6 minutes left. Carter brings up the floor. Sheway had a wide-open opportunity, and he just completely missed it off the glass. Bynum moves it out to his left around the perimeter. Corey Floyd Jr., the transfer from UConn, passes to the corner. Carter with a 3. Carter missed off the back rim, tipped up to the perimeter, though, to Floyd. Offensive rebound, PC. 5:30 left to go. Carter dribbles up to the top, 12 in the shot clock. Carter makes the pass to Hopkins. Hopkins, spin move, drives, offensive foul. A turnover by Providence with 5:20 left to go. That's going to be number 2, picked up by Hopkins. So Ed Croswell, Bryce Hopkins, both of the front court players for Providence with 2 personal fouls. Yeah, that's tomorrow. I think that's like the late game or so for tomorrow. Jumper is good by Sheway as he knocks down the deep 2. Largest lead of the game, Kentucky by 5. Providence at the wing. Allen Breed, number 0, first time into the game. Over to Breed. Breed floats it up over the top. Croswell, he scores. Up and off the glass. Kentucky moves it up the floor. Toppin. 4:30 left to go before halftime. Deflected. Carter looking for another steal. He does. Tight ropes down the near side. Carter floats it up over the top. Watch out. Oh, baby. Right here to throw down in transition. Corey Floyd Jr. Woo! Going up right there. It's a 1-point game. Devin Carter. Devin Carter. What a start for him. Active on the defensive end of the floor. Missed shot by Kentucky inside down low. Sheway missed the next one. Gets his own rebound back. He gets tied up. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Kentucky. Devin Carter putting his team on his back. An unbelievable lob out in transition out to Corey Floyd. They showed a replay on that. His elevation getting up there by Floyd. 26-25. Oscar Sheway, all these misses from point-blank range. 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Inbound Kentucky. They float up a leaner. It's good by Reeves. What a battle. Baseline leaner able to go down. Noah Locke. They have it at the top of the key. Or that's number 0, Allen Breed, who brings it up. Breed. Has it at the low block, passes back outside to Floyd. Floyd swings it out to the wing. Hopkins launches a three off the front and missed. And the rebound goes to Livingston. 3.5 left. Kentucky by 3. Get the popcorn ready for this one if you haven't already done so. Jumper at the free throw circle. Missed off the mark by Toppin into the hands to Breed for the defensive rebound. Providence will slow it down. They'll look to play at their tempo here. Carter. Outside it goes Hopkins. Hopkins dribbled pro hop inside. Hopkins puts it up. Tough shot. No good around the rim. Offensive rebound and blocked from behind. Sheba able to deny Clifton Moore. Kentucky has it inside a key. Tough shot. Rolls around. It's good by Toppin. 5-point lead again for Kentucky. 2:45 left to go before halftime. This game has just been so active on the defensive side of the floor. Lob down low to Clifton Moore. Moore pivot over. Big O. Shebway with another block. He denies Clifton Moore. I think Providence needs to get some substitutions in the game. They've got minus minutes lately from Clifton Moore. They need... Ed Croswell's got 2 personal fouls. That's the problem. Because he was huge early on. Jumper missed at the baseline by Toppin. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched. I think it's by Providence here. And there we go. We're going to head to the media timeout right now. 2:17 left to play. Couple big blocks by Oscar Shebway. Jacob Toppin, strong game for him. No stranger to Providence is Jacob Toppin. Transfer from URI. Toppin with 10. Shebway with 13 rebounds right now and 6 points. Reeves got 8 points for Kentucky. Devin Carter leading the way. 9 points, 2 steals for Providence. What's good, David? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you guys join in, be a part here of the channel once again. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe if you guys are just joining in for this one. And man, what a battle right now. Grand Canyon giving Gonzaga all they can handle. Wow. 12-10, Grand Canyon with a lead. Who could have ever imagined that? Gonzaga led 7-0, and they've only scored 3 points, and Grand Canyon is on a 12-3 run. Fairleigh Dickinson up at the half over Purdue, 32-31. Man, this has just been a battle right now. This is what everything we hoped for in this game. Both of these teams competing top notch at the moment. Just an absolute war. Kentucky's up plus 11 on the glass for Kentucky, 24-13. Oscar Shebway's got 13 rebounds so far. He's got the same amount of rebounds as Providence does as a team. It's going to come down to who can hit their shots because nobody can hit an outside shot in the game. Providence 1 for 9 from 3. Kentucky 2 for 8 from 3. Yeah, Pitt led 22-2. Yeah, that's what you're going to get from Ed Cooley's squad. It's not going to lay an egg in the NCAA tournament. I believe every single game that Providence has played in the NCAA tournament, it's either any of those games that they lost by single digits that they played. They're not going to lay an egg in this type of a game on national TV. My girlfriend actually made that for me, the basketball pillow in the background. So we come back from the timeout. That's exactly what I was talking about on the timeout. Who's going to make their shots? Well, Kentucky just drilled a 3. Right off the inbound, they lead 33-25. So Kentucky 3 for 9 from 3. Providence just 1 of 8. And this is the type of Providence team that we've got so far. The one that's called Hopkins. Oh, man, huge rejection. Hopkins is down as well. He got blocked from behind. Kentucky with a 5-4. Out to the wing. Reeves launches a 3. Reeves sinks it. And hopefully Hopkins is okay. 36-25. Kentucky just explodes as they look like a machine coming out of the timeout. In a timeout taken on the floor by Ed Coley with under 2 minutes left. 2 possessions. 2 threes by Kentucky. That was national championship caliber. Those last 2 possessions. Offensive-wise, and then the 1 defensive block that they had. That was national championship caliber right there. That was unbelievable. Wow. That's some top-notch level basketball. Like, that's what we see in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Those 2 plays. Jacob Toppin, an absolute animal on the floor. 10 points by Toppin. Reeves with 14. Reeves has exploded for 4 threes. He has made every single 3 today. So he's the one that made back-to-back 3s. It's wild. That is what we call national championship caliber defense translating into offense there. That was wild. Holy smokes. Landon, welcome in, man. Dude, Jacob Toppin, that was insane. And Jacob Toppin used to play at URI before he transferred to Kentucky, so he is no stranger to facing Providence basketball before. Insane. Out of, like, all the games, like, this is, like, one of the best ones, like, top-notch. That UConn-Iona game in the first half, that was high quality with, like, shot-making ability all over the floor. Some of these games have been terrible. Some of these games, nobody can make a shot in. Like, that San Diego State-Charleston game yesterday. St. Mary's VCU today. Like, some of these games are just a grind. This we got an all-out war. Got some highlight reel type of stuff. Bryce Hopkins, he is up. He is okay. We get back from the timeout. Reeves with 4 threes. 14 points by Reeves. We see here on the replay. Hopkins about to dunk it, and Toppin just right from behind denies Hopkins. Back to action. 1:30 left to go before halftime. Providence down by 11 on a 3-minute scoring drought. Croswell back into the game. Hands it off to Carter. Carter at the right wing, 12 in the shot clock. Backs his way in. Frederick, bounce pass. And Sheboy comes out with a steal. That's all hustle right there by Big O. He's waving his arms up on the floor. Entry pass to Sheboy, stripped. And lost it out of bounds. Turnover by Sheboy. Bryce Hopkins just 5 points so far, 2 for 7 from the floor, and that's exactly what happened last year with Foster Loyer from Davison. He got shut down by Michigan State in the 10 versus 7 matchup on the Friday night. Bynum from 3, Bynum lets it rain, he drills it. Really needed that one to cut it back to single digits. 45 seconds left to go. Kentucky will slow it down. Cason Wallace, top of the key. His pass goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter. Drake, Miami just tipped off. We'll keep you guys posted on that score. Grand Canyon leading Gonzaga still 12-10 with under 12 minutes left to go before halftime. We have a timeout on the floor. So 42.6 seconds left to go. Timeout here taken. Hey, there we go. Baba Booey, welcome in. Yeah, good win yesterday against Illinois. That Illinois team, they need to figure out something else in the offseason. It starts off with the coaching staff for that team. Yeah, I'm shocked that Mike Hopkins right now is still at Washington. Kind of shocked that the Stanford coach is still there. Oh, the channel membership it's pinned to the chat for the channel membership. So it's $1.99 per month for the channel membership, and all channel members get a shout out at the end of my live streams. Yeah, thanks so much for asking, Derek. Down low, Kentucky with another bucket as That's Good by Shebway. 10-point lead. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. 20 seconds left to go before halftime. Toppin with 12 tonight. He's having a huge game. Providence, 12 seconds remaining. Yeah, I'll put it up once we get into halftime. Hopkins receives the pass, guarded by Toppin, moves it out to the top to Bynum. 4 seconds left to go. Bynum, step back jumper with a 3. Bynum, oh, he hits it. Jared Bynum right before the buzzer. Providence really needed that one to go into halftime. 38-31 as we go into halftime, and what a battle between these two teams. Not backing down from the challenge. This has been some great basketball today. Really, really good basketball. Some high-level competitiveness. And an absolute war of a game between two tremendous programs in the first half. 7-point lead by Kentucky. Yeah, that was a great game. Maryland, West Virginia was solid too. The Creighton NC State one was, man, out. Some of that was brutal. There were missed threes all over the place in that game. I just put the membership link out there as well, so it's in the chat. So I put that membership link out there in the chat. Wow, we got almost 200 watching right now. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the stream. Play-by-play, both college hoops, also NBA games on the channel, but a lot more March Madness streams since we're in the month of March. Tomorrow I plan on covering 2 games later on in the day tomorrow. The first one will be Arkansas against Kansas at 5:15 p.m. Eastern, followed up by Texas against Penn State at 7:45. I'd probably go for Furman, Virginia so far, or even Princeton, Arizona. Both of those games were wild. Fairleigh Dickinson up over Purdue. They just started off the second half, 32-31, FDU. Drake with a 5-2 lead over Miami currently. And then Grand Canyon leading Gonzaga. Who could have ever imagined? Gonzaga struggled early on last year. I think they played against Georgia State in the first round. Gonzaga was the overall #1 seed. That's a Grand Canyon team. I believe they don't have much defense on their team. And I had said in my bracket prediction videos that out of all the upsets, this would be the one that would shock me the most. Would be that Grand Canyon Gonzaga game. Yeah, Pitt, Mississippi State, that was wild. What a start to the tournament that was. Gonzaga just took the lead 17-16 against Grand Canyon. I'm going to turn on Fairleigh Dickinson, Purdue right now, as Fairleigh Dickinson's got the lead. 35-34, and Zach Edey just missed. Wow, these FDU guys are bullying the smaller Purdue players. Fairleigh Dickinson came up with a block. Billy, thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, things going pretty well. Purdue is down by 1. This would be the second 16 to knock off a one if it happens that way. Purdue almost turned it over. Fairleigh Dickinson signaling for a travel. The young guard will jack up a three, and the young guard for Purdue misses it as it skids off the front rim. These guards are too young for Purdue. This backcourt is not too good. 3-point shot missed by Fairleigh Dickinson. 18:30 left to go. The young backcourt of Purdue cracking under pressure. Edey. Double teamed. Edey. Over to the baseline. These young backcourt players are absolutely rattled for Purdue. Edey down low, and Edey gets fouled. Yeah, that had elite shot making in it in that game. When I was at halftime, that number one, that should have been a travel for the point guard for Purdue right there. It's all about guard play in March, and these Purdue backcourt players, they're too young. They're too young. They're not physical. They haven't been brought the physicality so far of college hoops. Fairleigh Dickinson with a wild drive. It's an offensive foul. See, when you get into March, it's all about guard play and physicality. I got Duke in that game. Duke just so big, so tough. Too powerful. Wow, this pressure by Fairleigh Dickinson really speeding up these young guards of Purdue. And Purdue loves to slow down the tempo. 17:40 remaining between Purdue and Fairleigh Dickinson. Purdue looks completely lost offensively. Gillis with a three. Gillis missed around the rim and out. This team's three is just not on point today. Fairleigh Dickinson seeing if they can go up by another bucket. Shovel pass down low. FDU up fake inside. Oh, the big fella comes out with a block. They get it right back though. Fairleigh Dickinson. So we approach the 17-minute mark left to go. FDU fall away. Oh, he hits it. Fairleigh Dickinson, 3-point lead, 37-34 over Purdue. Yup, facts on that, Will. Hard foul by FDU. Just Purdue is just such an unathletic team that when it gets to the tournament, you get bounced out because these dudes get rattled by other teams. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing if you're Purdue and lose to a team that lost against Merrimack in their conference tournament championship. Just embarrassing. It goes to show you that anybody can beat anybody on any given day. Hey, Derek to the membership. Let's get that member hype out here for Derek. You're the legend, brother. 37-36. Fairleigh Dickinson leads Purdue. Fairleigh Dickinson has the ball with 16:30 left. And Fairleigh Dickinson just made another shot, so FDU by 3. 39-36. And that's a turnover by Purdue. Purdue just turned it over. They tried to pass it cross court. Fairleigh Dickinson got a deflection, went off the fingertip of one of the young guards of Purdue. No, referees are actually going to say Purdue basketball. So Purdue will get the inbound. They got lucky right there. Fairleigh Dickinson going to trap in the corner. Wide open three at the top, and Purdue misses it. Offensive rebound, Gillis. His pass deflected out. This is a Fairleigh Dickinson team that lost against Hartford, which will join the Commonwealth Coast Conference next year in Division III to compete against Curry College, my alma mater. They moved from D1 to D3, and they lost against Hartford. But on any given day, you can beat anybody in the NCAA if you put a game plan to it, like Fairleigh Dickinson has done, because FDU comes out with a steal. Princeton from New Jersey did it yesterday. FDU from New Jersey looking to do it today as well. St. Peter's did it 1 year ago. Purdue has missed the last 6 field goals from the floor. And Purdue bricks another one. It gets knocked back to the perimeter for an offensive rebound by Purdue. Purdue, simple basic formula. Big man stands under the hoop. Pass the ball to big man. That's how you get your points. What happens if he gets triple teamed? You're in trouble. Stole away by Fairleigh Dickinson as they attack right to the rim. And a reach and fall picked up by Purdue. Raise the roof, brother. Raise the roof, number 24 for FDU. Fairleigh Dickinson about to put the nation on notice. 15 minutes left to go, exposing the young backcourt of Purdue. Unathletic. Speed them up. They turn over the basketball. And we see it right here. They're not even going to have a chance to play Memphis. Drake up over Miami 9-5. Grand Canyon leading Gonzaga 23-21. Wild. This is a Drake team that has a 25-year-old, another 25-year-old, a 24-year-old, a 23-year-old, and a 20-year-old. That's their starting 5. Norchad O'Meara is at the free throw line from Miami, who's entering the game questionable. Yup, anything could happen, definitely. That's what we're seeing right now. Fairleigh Dickinson played like the 300. Their strength of schedule was in the 300s. Like one of the easiest schedules in all of college hoops. Princeton played teams just from the Northeast, and Princeton won yesterday. Drake leading Miami 9-6. Probably not for OBJ to the Jets with Rodgers. Turnover Drake, and Miami missed the slam dunk. They tip it in though. 9-8 Drake. We're just on halftime currently. Providence, Kentucky. Thanks all for joining in, being a part on the stream. Grand Canyon leading Gonzaga 26-21, and Fairleigh Dickinson up over Purdue 39-36. That's how the games are going on right now. A lot of upsets. Drake with a 1-point lead against Miami. Gee, Drake with a shot clock violation. That's a low scoring game right now. 9-8. Oof. Yeah, sorry to hear that there, Will. Wow, Gonzaga's down by 7 against Grand Canyon. I just flipped on this game right now since we're at half between Kentucky Providence. It's 28-21 Grand Canyon. Bryce Drew and his team. Bryce Drew was the one who hit the big-time shot at Valpo to win in the tournament back in the 90s. 28-21 Grand Canyon. I believe they were the number 5 seed out of the WAC. And Julian Strutter scores the layup. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, college hoops, also NBA streams here on the channel. Tomorrow I plan on being back for 2 streams. Tomorrow it will be Arkansas against Kansas at 7:10, followed up by Penn State against Texas at 9:45. Missed a layup by Grand Canyon. Gonzaga comes up with the basketball. And Gonzaga with Drew Timme. He gets the putback off the initial miss. Vaughn, welcome in. So Gonzaga able to start to find themselves in the 4-zip run now. And Grand Canyon will burn a timeout. 28-25. So Drew Timme giving his teams something right now on a run for the Zags. Drake Miami, the score here is low, 9-8. Drake, not many turnovers this season, but they just turned it over. Yep, I got this game on right now. Zach Edey, the Yao Ming of all college basketball, 14 points, 8 rebounds. 14-20 remaining between Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue, as Edey makes the free throw, and now it's a 2-point game. That's the first field goal for Purdue in a 5-minute span. FDU by 2. Fairleigh Dickinson inside the key. They dribble back out to the corner. Around the perimeter, Fairleigh Dickinson. 14 minutes left and a 2-point lead for the boys from Jersey. Fairleigh Dickinson, the shortest team in all college basketball. They turn it over though. Purdue comes out with a steal in the corner. Purdue. Bounce pass down low. Edey, turn around for the tie. He's got it. 41-41. Zach Edey, the National Player of the Year, ties up the game with 13:35 left. Yeah, feels like he's been there for 10 years for Drew Timme. FDU has the ball. They swing it inside the key. Jumper for the mid-range. Skipped around and out. Edey collects the defensive rebound. Here goes Purdue. They're going to push it, so they won't slow it down. At the corner, Purdue. Oh, he lost the handle. Oh, he gets tied up. Possession arrow tie-up. It's going to be Purdue ball. Edey was 17-9. That's Ethan Morton. Ethan Morton, he almost lost it. Dude's just flopping all around the court and stuff like that for Ethan Morton. If it comes down to the late stage situation, going to be on a choke. Shooting foul picked up. That's on Fairleigh Dickinson to get called on the blocking foul. I think it was from 3. Yeah. Was it into the screen? Yeah, I think it was into the screen. So Munden checks out of the game for FDU. They're going to say it's an inbound, so it was not on the 3-point shot that he got fouled. It was, yeah, it was on the screener set out in front. He knocked him down. That Drake Miami game's really low, 9-8 in the first 9 minutes. A lot of dribbling for Purdue. They just get it into Edey. Passing off to a cutter. Gillis plus the foul got the basket. And 1 at the free throw line for Mason Gillis of Purdue. They take the lead back 43-41. All right, so we'll keep you guys posted on those scores. We're going to start off the second half, I believe, for Providence, Kentucky very soon. So we'll keep you guys posted with Purdue, Fairleigh Dickinson for that score, because that game will wrap up before the Providence, Kentucky game. We saw a couple really good elite championship level type of plays by Kentucky coming out of a timeout at one point in the game. The game was close, and then Kentucky with a three made off an inbound by Antonio Reeves. Reeves, the top scorer, with 14 points, 4 for 7 from distance. And then Jacob Toppin with a monster block from behind on Bryce Hopkins. They moved it back to transition, and Reeves splashed in another three. And Toppin's got 12 points. Oscar Sheway been a monster in the glass. He's got 13 rebounds. Sheway had 11 rebounds in the first 7 minutes. This is the last stream tonight I'll be covering. Ty, what's good? Welcome in. Kentucky's winning by 7, Tongue Pie. If you're from the U.S., you can watch the game on CBS. Kentucky plus 12 on the glass in the first half, 25-13. Providence needs to start going from 3 if they want to have a chance. They're 3 from 11 for 3. They did make a late 3 with Jaron Bynum, so Bynum's got 6. Top scorers, Devin Carter. Devin Carter with 9. It didn't help out, though, with Ed Croswell as he got into foul trouble early on. So Ed Croswell and Bryce Hopkins both with 2 personal fouls, which is both of the front court players for Providence. And going to have to avoid that for the entire second half. Kentucky, just 3 total fouls in the first half by a team for their team, and 1 each picked up by Sheway, Frederick, and Damian Collins. So 2 bench players picked up a foul each, so their main guys aren't even close to foul trouble right now. I'm going to go with Texas A&M. Yeah, Texas A&M in a late game last night. I think they won like 21 in their last 25 entering the bracket. They were a no-show yesterday against Penn State. Iowa State today was pretty bad. Yeah, Arizona. That was awful, losing to Princeton. I could feel it. I didn't think they'd actually lose it. I thought it would have been at least close, but I could feel it this season. That Arizona team just, man, they just lacked heart. They lacked effort. Everything on paper looks good for Arizona, but on the court, a 4-minute scoring drought to close out the game for a team that averages 85 points per game. Like, come on. That team lacked heart this season for Arizona. Those guys just got out-challenged in that game. Jumper to start. That's not even a jump shot shooter. Bad start for Providence. What are you doing right there, Ed Croswell? It goes back to Kentucky. We're back to action. Kentucky floats up the runner. Missed off the back rim by Toppin. Rebound. Back it goes to Providence with Hopkins. Hopkins moves it out on top to Bynum. Bynum at the right wing over to Carter. Carter with 9, the top scorer in the first half. Providence down by 7 as we're just getting going under the second half. Noah Luck. Back outside to Croswell. Into the hands to Bynum. 10 on the shot clock. Bynum. Deep range 3. Missed off the back rim and a rebound control by Sheway. That's rebound number 14 by Big O today. 19 minutes left. Cason Wallace passes out to his right to Reeves. Reeves at the March Madness logo. Reeves moves on top over to Sheway. 10 on the shot clock for Sheway. Towards his right, hand off Reeves. Reeves takes the jumper, 15-footer around the rim and out. Rebound goes to Hopkins. 18:35 left to go. Providence with possession. Carter at the left wing perimeter. Moves it out to Bynum. Back outside it goes to Carter. Carter towards his right, hand off Bynum. Bynum towards his left around the perimeter. 10 on the shot clock for Providence, just looking for something here. Bounce pass Hopkins around the outside. Hopkins takes the three. Missed off the rim. Tipped up by Croswell to the corner. Sheboy comes up with a defensive rebound. So Kentucky going to slow it down now. Sheboy's got 15 rebounds in this game now. And we have 18 minutes left. Toppin, top of the free throw circle. Passes out to his left to Livingston. Back over to Toppin. Toppin at the low block. Backs his way. And Carter takes the jumper mid-range. Missed off the back rim. Carter collects the defensive rebound. Carter looks to push it. Carter, dribble drive right down the lane inside. Carter puts it up. Off the glass, no good. Got knocked down and fouled. Devin Carter will shoot two at the free throw line. Clock will stop with 17:45. Eight boards offensive, 7 defensive rebounds for Oscar Sheboy today. He's got 6 points and 15 rebounds. Providence as a team has 16 rebounds. What's good? The place homeschool. Welcome to the stream. 2 shots at the free throw line for Devin Carter. And the first one he missed. That ain't going to help out when you miss free throws. +200 watching. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Let us know out in the chat who you guys got for this one, Kentucky or Providence. Second free throw is good by Carter of Providence. Kentucky has it past midcourt with Cason Wallace. Wallace guarded by Bynum at the left wing perimeter. Wallace bounced past top of the key to Jacob Toppin. Toppin moves it down to the low block to Sheboy. He gets double teamed. Oscar, tough shot, no good off the front rim. Rebound controlled by Providence with Devin Carter. Carter has it now at the mid block, moves it out to the wing, rises for the J. That's good. Noah Locke drills it from 3 from downtown. 3-point game. 17 minutes left. Noah Locke finally starting to get his shot going. He's up to 5. And a timeout by Coach Cal in Kentucky now with 17:06 left. PC ain't gonna back down from the challenge. They're them dudes. Ed Cooley boys. 38-35. Providence 4-zip run starting off the second half. Be them dudes. Jay Duke, welcome in. What a game we got here. 28-17, Kentucky +11 on the glass. But Providence hanging in. Ain't gonna back down in this matchup. Every single time that Ed Coley has coached a squad from Providence in the tournament, they never lay an egg in the bracket. They always come, they always compete. They'll get every single game to single digits. Fairleigh Dickinson. Tie game with 10 minutes left against Purdue. 49-49. We'll keep you guys posted. Drake, Miami. Tie score 13-13. That's a low-scoring game with under 8 minutes left to go before half. Gonzaga. 4-point lead at the half over Grand Canyon. 40-36. Would that be something? Fairleigh Dickinson, the team that lost their conference tournament championship to Merrimack, taking Purdue in the first 30 minutes in a tie game. That is wild. What a game plan right there. An incredible game plan by FDU. Oh yeah, I picked Memphis in my bracket to beat Purdue. Memphis got tough physical players. Purdue ain't got any of that. Purdue's got soft guys. They got young guards that's soft. on that team. Softness gets you a first round or second round upset. It ain't going to get you to the second weekend. Softness looks like the typical Fran McCaffrey squad. That's where softness gets you. Gets you in the first round exit like in Illinois or Iowa. Illinois and Iowa already getting sent home. Going to see if another overrated Big Ten team does today. If you guys are doing a stream, hit the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well as we are back to action. 38-35 to score. 17 minutes left to go. Cason Wallace has it at the left elbow. Dribbles up inside, floats up the shot. He drops it through. Cason Wallace good for 2. What's good, OG? Welcome to the stream. 5-point lead for Kentucky. Providence brings up the floor with Bynum. Bynum moves on top to Carter. Carter, 16.5 left to go. Pass out to his left to Locke. Locke takes the 3. Off the back rim, missed. And the battle for the rebound as Shibwe comes down with another board. Oscar Shibwe just unstoppable on the glass in this game. Rebound number 16 with 16 minutes left. Wallace attacks, right hand, right to the rim. He scores up and in off the backboard. 42-35 Kentucky. 16 minutes remaining. Cason Wallace up to 6 points now. Bynum off to Hopkins around the perimeter. Hand off Carter. Carter at the right elbow. Dribbles back out to the perimeter. Passes over to Bynum. 10 on the shot clock over to Carter. Thought about a 3. Moves it out right corner. Locke. Double teamed. Outside. They go to Carter. Carter, deep range 3. Off the mark, no good. A rebound control by Shibwe, number 17. 15.5 left to go. Big O. 17th rebound of the game. That's the same amount that Providence does as a team. Kentucky out-rebounding Providence 30-17 in the glass. Wallace floats up the runner. Missed off the front rim. Hopkins comes up with a defensive rebound. Bryce Hopkins gonna go. He's gonna go. Hopkins just 5 points so far in the game. Hopkins dribbles into the key. Swings it out to the wing to Locke. Locke guarded by Toppin. Bounce pass down low post. Into the hands to Croswell. Pivot move. Oh, he gets past Shibwe. Scores up and in off the backboard. Add Croswell for 2. It's a 5-point game. 15 minutes remaining. Cason Wallace guarded by Bynum at the top of the key. Moves it out to the right wing to Reeves. Over to Toppin now around the perimeter. Toppin guarded by Hopkins. Hand off to the wing. Livingston takes the 3. Missed off the back rim. And a player knocked down. It's Ed Croswell who went down for Providence. The clock will stop with 14:40. Ed Croswell really bringing the energy today for Providence in this game. He's got 8 points, 4 rebounds when he's been on the floor. He's been a motor. 42-37. Just under 15 minutes left to go. Last call was a rebound foul picked up by Oscar Shibwe. So Ed Croswell came down with a defensive rebound. They called Oscar Shibwe on the personal. So that's Shibwe's second. This is what March is all about. Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. Down to the wire, timeout. 52-50, Fairleigh Dickinson. 2-point lead over Purdue with 7:57 left. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Once that game gets under a minute left to go, I'll flip on that. Keep you guys posted for the scoreboard on Providence, Kentucky, when that game gets to a minute left to go, because I want to see history made. I want to see history made happen once again in that big moment. And the boys from Jersey, already twice, they've delivered. Last year and this year with Princeton, St. Peter's and Princeton, the boys of Jersey going to do it again. Fairleigh Dickinson against the smallest team in college basketball. Purdue, the game plan. Lob to the big dude down low. Put ball in hoop. That's the offensive scheme for Purdue. Send it to the big dude, put the ball in the hoop. And then you got young guards on the team. Young guards on the team. This is their first taste of an NCAA tournament type game. They're going to get rattled. Freshman guards going up against seniors. You got 18-year-olds playing against 22, 23-year-olds. And this all happens to, it all happens to the slowest tempo offenses in all of college basketball. That's what we see. Houston able to sneak past Northern Kentucky. Purdue's up there in the 300s per adjusted tempo. And Virginia, almost the slowest adjusted tempo in college basketball. I think it's North Texas. Yeah, Purdue's completely lost. Matt Painter's completely lost. That's a typical Matt Painter squad that can't make it deep in the tournament. Yep, that's the typical offensive game plan for Purdue. Throw it to the big guy, put the ball in the basket. No second, third, fourth, fifth option. If you don't have depth on your team, you can't go far in this bracket. We got back to action, 14:30 left to go. 5-point lead for Kentucky. Providence with the ball. Hopkins has the free throw circle, hands it off to Bynum. 10 on the shot clock, Bynum. Bounce pass down low post into the hands to Croswell. Working on Shibwe, and we have another foul picked up on the floor. Charge to Shibwe, that's his second. Drake with a 2-point lead over Miami, 21-19. Oscar Shibwe will come out of the game now. Check that. That's actually number 3 that he picks up for fouls. So Shibwe will check out of the game currently. So Shibwe is going to be on the bench for quite a bit of time. So he's got 3. Everybody else with 1 or 0. That's number 3 by Shibwe. Inbound Providence. Carter. Inside the key. Carter mid-range. Off the back, no good. A rebound controlled by Toppin. Jacob Toppin's had such a strong game today. 12 points. Comes up with his 3rd rebound. Also 2 assists and 1 monstrous block. At the left wing perimeter, Toppin. Toppin moves it out to his right to Wallace. Wallace at the top of the key, guarded by Carter. 13:50 left to go. Wallace attacks off the glass. No good. Got fouled. And Cason Wallace will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Fairleigh Dickinson, 1-point lead over Purdue. 54-53 with under 7 minutes left to go there. We'll keep you guys posted on that score. Hopefully like once every 3 to 5 minutes. Hoping to keep you guys posted here because we could see history being made tonight. The second one falling to a 16 all-time. 2 shots at the free throw line for Wallace. First one's good. Yeah, we weren't kidding that Purdue was the most overrated team in America. People would defend that. They would actually defend that, which I couldn't believe. They wave off the second free throw. Oh, Damian Collins, whoa, stepped into the key. That's a lane violation on Damian Collins. So Kentucky not awarded the second free throw because Damian Collins stepped inside to keep Providence down low. Croswell up big, off the double team, couldn't finish. Loose ball, knocked out of bounds, last touch by Kentucky. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We got 13:34 left to go in the second. Inbound to Croswell at the top. Croswell sends it off to Locke. 15 on the shot clock. 13 and a half remaining. Locke, bounce pass. Hopkins takes the jumper. Hopkins missed off the rim. Slow game today for Bryce Hopkins. He had been struggling entering the NCAA tournament. Just 5 points on 2 for 8 shooting. Chris Livingston moves it out to his right to Toppin. Back on top, it goes to Wallace. 13 minutes left to play. Wallace at the right elbow. Wallace, 5 in the shot clock. Over to Livingston. Livingston jumper deep 2. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Croswell for Providence. Knocked out of bounds by Kentucky. 12:54 left to go. It'll go back to the Friars. Providence hanging in there right now. This has been big boy physicality basketball at its finest. Bounce pass over to the elbow. Hopkins, guarded by Toppin. Bounce pass, stolen away. Bad turnover for Providence. We hadn't seen many bad turnovers in this game for PC. Toppin has it now. Toppin at the wing. Moves on top off to Wallace. 12.5 left to play. Cason Wallace slides it out to the corner. Reeves been huge. Reeves takes the 3, rattles it, another one. Wow, that man is an absolute sniper from downtown. Antonio Reeves, 5th main 3 of the night. As they translate the 3 into points for Kentucky. Providence has to do a better job taking care of the basketball. Bynum, step back, jumper, deep 2. Oh, he airballs it. Jared Bynum, what was that, dude? A terrible airball as it goes back to Kentucky. 12 minutes left to go. Reeves. Out to the top, it goes now to Toppin. Top of the free throw circle. Lob. Down low block Collins. Inside the low post. Triple team. Loose ball. It's on the hardwood. Bodies collide. Human dominoes out there. We get a tie up. Possession arrow. Kentucky. 11:46 left to play. And we take the timeout on the floor. Antonio Reeves, the X Factor. All right, quick scoreboard update on Fairleigh Dickinson Purdue. 4:54 remaining. Fairleigh Dickinson, 54. Purdue, 53. Drake, leading Miami, 24-22. Just under 3 minutes left to go before half in that game. Gonzaga, 40-36 with a lead over Grand Canyon at halftime. Oscar Tshiebwe having a monstrous game. On the glass with 17 rebounds, and Antonio Reeves got 17 points. Hey, thanks so much, Petrea. Andrew, welcome to the stream, everybody. Callie, welcome in. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Both of these teams playing its hearts out tonight. This is what big boy basketball is all about at its finest. And both of these teams ain't going to back down from the challenge. Some of these top seeds laying an egg in the first round against Jersey boy specific teams. Arizona losing in the first round. Purdue, they are on the ropes right now. 54-53 Fairleigh Dickinson over Purdue. We'll keep you guys posted because this game will finish after that. Hey, no shocker there. Good for him. So, Rick Pitino, looking like he's going to finalize a deal. Thanks so much for the update there, Vegas. Per John Fanta of Fox Sports. Rick Pitino going over to St. John's, staying in the NYC metro area. That's best case scenario for him. Doesn't need to move away from his home. Doesn't need to relocate, change locations. Iona out in Westchester County, New York. Just goes over to the New York City metro Manhattan area for St. John's, or out in the Queens for St. John's. Back to action. 11:40 left to play. Inbound Kentucky. Kentucky with a baseline jumper, missed off the mark by Reeves, tipped up, rebounded right back to the Wildcats with Damian Collins. Collins, loose ball. We got a whistle on the floor. I think it's on Providence here, picking up the reach and foul. And that will be. That's number 2 picked up by Providence. Drake's gonna go into halftime with a 5-point lead. Hey, thanks so much, Petrea, for joining on the stream. 34-20, Kentucky plus 14 on the glass, and that's been the problem spot this season for PC, is that they're just an undersized type of team this season. Usually, they always compete on the glass year after year after year for a tough, physical, Ed Cooley type of squad, but they're minus 14 in the rebounds right now. Lob off the inbound for Kentucky. Out to the wing, Reeves moves it out to the top to Toppin. Toppin towards his right, hands it off to Livingston. Livingston backs his way inside the key. Takes the jumper, turn around. Livingston, no good. Stood still at the front rim. Rebound goes to Hopkins. Hopkins quick up the floor. Hopkins attacking downhill to the rim. He gets fouled. I believe it's before the shot. The clock will stop with 11:14. Are they going to get him here? Yeah, they will. They'll get him on the shot. So they will get him on the shot. It will be 2 free throws coming up at the line for Bryce Hopkins. $11:14 left to go. 2 free throws here by Hopkins. First one is no good. He's had a rough game today. See, he practiced last year with Kentucky, so they know the entire blueprint about Bryce Hopkins. And once you have everything you know about the top player on that team, it's just tough to be able to crack the defense when you play against that team again for a redemption type of game in the tournament. And Bryce Hopkins never really had that redemption type of game today. He's really trailed off towards the end of the season. And for him, I think it's best to take a look to stay at Providence for next year, honestly, for him right now. He entered the final month with 14 straight games scoring in double figures, but he had 2 single-digit games in the last 4. Shot is blocked out of bounds. It's going to go back to Providence, though. Last touch by Kentucky. Inbound for Providence. They try number 1, Jaden Pierre, first time into the game, and lucky that he's going to get it back. He got stripped, lost it underneath the hoop. Drake with a 5-point lead at halftime over Miami, 30-25. Fairleigh Dickinson, 55, Purdue 53 with under 3 minutes left to go there. We got 10:35 left in this game. Jaden Pierre, number 1, first time on the floor, makes the pass on top to Corey Floyd Jr. A lot of inexperience on the floor right here for Providence. Carter takes a 3, missed off the rim, and a rebound controlled by Reeves. A couple of their bench players in the game, they usually go starters heavy more for Providence this season. And Providence picks up the fall in Kentucky's backcourt. Devin Carter. Bryce Hopkins. Yeah, I think it might have been on Bryce. Bryce Hopkins. Now that's going to be on Carter. Carter with his 3rd. So Carter and Hopkins both in there, but the ref's calling on Carter. 10-10 left to go. 8-point lead for Kentucky. Reeves passes off the top and at the right wing. Hands it over to Reeves. Reeves moves it out to the right wing top and touch pass right corner. Frederick. Kick out to the top. It goes to Reeves. Reeves got knocked down as we have a whistle and another foul picked up by PC. Reaching in. That's number 4 as a team in the second half. And that gets charged to Jaden Pierre. So Providence on the scoring drought. They'll get it back, actually. Providence will get it back, so it'll go back to Providence off the Kentucky turnover, they called it. Okay, so 9:40 left to go. Providence with it. Hopkins dribbles up inside the key. Hopkins Gets fouled. No, they're going to call it off. Yeah, they're going to call it offensive by Hopkins. Offensive foul by Hopkins. So back-to-back turnovers by both of these teams. Hopkins with his third. That's on Hopkins there. Yeah, they didn't point in the direction. That's why the referee had his arm up in the air. That's on Hopkins. Offensive foul. Toppin takes the charge. Toppin just by far outplaying Hopkins in this game. 9:35 left to go. Hopkins just been inconsistent tonight. Sheway comes out with an offensive rebound. Out to the top. Frederick with a three. No good off the mark. And finally, Providence snags the defensive rebound. 9:20 remaining. Lob down low. Huge collision. Croswell gets knocked down and he gets fouled. And Croswell, oh, he's in some pain. Ed Croswell has been that dude this season. And he is down right now on the hardwood. Oh, C.J. Frederick called in a hard foul. C.J. Frederick knocking down Ed Croswell. Croswell right now holding his thigh area. Upper thigh area. Croswell as he got down hard. His left thigh. 9:19 left to go. Fairleigh Dickinson 3-point lead over Purdue. 56-53 with 1:44 remaining. We'll keep you guys posted. I'll probably join that game in for the final minute or so to let you guys go on what's happening in that game and just keep you guys posted with the scoreboard here. Wow, that is wild. 1:44 remaining between Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. Inbound for Providence. Devin Carter's the top scorer, but he just has 10. Inbound goes to Hopkins. Hopkins been shut down this entire game today. Bryce Hopkins, just 2 for 9 from the floor, 6 points. Missed shot by Providence. Goes back to Kentucky. 9 minutes left to go. Top of the key, Reeves. Moves it out to the left wing to Toppin. Toppin, lob over to Sheway, deflected in traffic and stole away. Carter comes out with a steal. Under 9 minutes left to play here. Providence down by 8. Both of these teams slowing down the offenses as of lately here. Croswell. Down inside looking for Hopkins, and that's a turnover. Kentucky has it back off the steal. Some bad basketball being played here lately with a couple of turnovers. Providence costing themselves right now. Some big U's coming up. They're looking like the Boston Celtics late in games. Kentucky has the possession. They're on a scoring drought of almost 4 minutes. Hand off Toppin. Toppin working on Hopkins. Puts it up. No good off the front. Hopkins comes down with it. With a rebound through traffic for Bryce. Bynum will slow down tempo. The thing is, they're down by 8 right here. Bynum approaching 8 minutes left to go. And away from the basketball, we will have a whistle. This is a foul picked up by Kentucky. Clock will stop at 8:05. And that's number 7. So this will send Providence into the bonus now. Providence has 4 personal fouls in the second half. Kentucky with 7. That's on Toppin. So Toppin will head towards the bench now. Toppin picks up personal foul number 2. That's Toppin's second. And this will be bonus time for Providence. 1-1 at the free throw line. Pressure free throws coming up for Corey Floyd Jr. 58-56. Fairleigh Dickinson with 1 minute left to play. Oh, they hit a 3. 61-56. Fairleigh Dickinson with 1:03 remaining. Missed free throw at the line by Corey Floyd. Providence crushing themselves. 7:55 left to go. And Providence picks up a reach-in with Floyd. Timeout taken on the floor as well. Woo! Chris Livingston. Who is that? Number 5 of PC. Croswell. Both of them got tangled up trying to go back to their timeout huddles. We take the timeout on the floor. Things getting physical over here. I'm going to update you guys on Fairleigh Dickinson versus Purdue over there. We'll be back in a couple moments after this timeout. Everybody, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm just going to turn it on to Fairleigh Dickinson, Purdue. Let's see what we got right here. Wow. The big fella whiffed on his wingspan. Zach Edey missed in the closeout from 3. Fairleigh Dickinson, they're built different from Jersey. Fairleigh Dickinson lost to Hartford in the regular season. Fairleigh Dickinson has a chance to upset Purdue. Expect the unexpected in March. This is a team that lost against Hartford, which is transitioning to play Division III basketball against Curry College. Unbelievable. Fairleigh Dickinson, the team that lost to Merrimack. Fairleigh Dickinson representing the NEC. You them boys from Jersey, brother. You them boys. Well, guess what? The Canes are down by 5 against Drake at halftime. The Canes ain't going to win the Final Four. They ain't going to get past Drake. 1:04 left to go between Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. Those boys from Jersey just built different. Next year, I'm calling it Ryder is going to be a 16 seed next year. Will upset a 1 seed in the bracket. Mark my words, the Ryder Bronx, 1 year from today, will be the team to upset a 1 seed. There's another Jersey boys team. Ryder lost by 1 against Providence. 55.6 seconds left to go. Fletcher Lawyer at the free throw line for Purdue. They trail by 5. The first one's good by Lawyer. Too many young guards for this Purdue team to make a run. Second free throw is good. Purdue makes them both. 3-point game. And Ethan Morton will check back into the game, the one that you love to see if you're Fairleigh Dickinson, because he will turn over the basketball in crunch time situations. FDU trying to play keep away. Fairleigh Dickinson, 50 seconds left to go. Fairleigh Dickinson, shot clock down to 20, game clock down to 45 seconds. Fairleigh Dickinson looking to make history and be the second team from the Northeast region of the U.S. as a 16 seed to pull off the upset over a 1 seed against a very overrated team from the Big Ten. Oh, Zach Edey comes up with a block. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Purdue, though. Purdue touched it out of bounds with 3.7 on the shot clock, 29 seconds remaining. The big boy coming up with a big-time rejection. If they move on to the next round either way, the big boy's going to get into some big-time foul trouble against that Memphis Tiger squad. Big boy rejecting little boy right at the rim. They're looking to see who last touched it out of bounds. That's what... Ooh, that looked like it was number 5 of Fairleigh Dickinson who last touched it on that replay. Yeah, that looked like the fingertips in number 5 of FDU. That should be Purdue basketball. That should be Purdue ball. Providence just drilled a 3. Noah Luck, big time 3. That should be Purdue basketball. They're on standstill right now as we get back to action here. Providence down by 5. Kentucky with it. 6:15 remaining. Or it goes back to Providence after Kentucky just made the shot. 48-41 now. 6 minutes left to play underneath the hoop, and Hopkins gets fouled with 6:06 left. It's on Lance Ware. Big boy getting a big-time rejection. They are looking at this still at the review monitor between Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. That game is down to 29 seconds remaining. Fairleigh Dickinson with a 61-58 lead. The 16 seed over to 1. Official review on the floor to see who last touched the basketball out of bounds in the corner. It's a big time call by the referees. Free throws here at the line for Providence. First one is good by Hopkins. Bryce Hopkins been shut down throughout this game. Bryce Hopkins, just 6 points tonight. Alan Breed will check out now for Providence. Hopkins will shoot another free throw at the line. Officials still looking at the call between Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. Hopkins' second free throw with 6:06 left. And the free throw is no good. Hopkins missed it. Terrible game by Bryce Hopkins today. That free throw looking like Jaylen Brown on Christmas Day against the Milwaukee Bucks. 6 minutes left to go. Kentucky with the basketball. Hopkins held well below his season average, just 7 points. Reeves attacks downhill right to the cup. He's been a big-time factor. Antonio Reeves two-board with a layup. Had Cooley's squad in trouble. 5:40 remaining. They're still on official review between Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. That could go for a couple more minutes. Providence has it. Bynum. 10 on the shot clock. Dribble drive. Nice bounce pass down inside. Two-handed throw down. Oh, yeah, baby. Ed Croswell with a dunk. It's a 6-point game. 50-44. Timeout taken to the floor. They're still looking at the call. Between Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue, we take the timeout here. 5:21 left to go. All right, so referees decide on Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue. It will be Purdue basketball. Purdue will get the basketball with 30 seconds remaining, so they reset the clock. 30 seconds left. Shot clock is turned off. 30 seconds left to go. Purdue will get the inbound. Purdue down by 3. Here we go. 61-58 as we're on timeout between Kentucky and Providence right now. Purdue gets the inbound in their backcourt for Purdue. Pass midcourt. 23 seconds. Purdue looking for something. They look completely lost offensively, and they have to burn a timeout. Matt Painter yelling at his squad. Matt Painter, get out of here, man. You never make it far to the NCAA tournament. Every single season, you guys choke and choke and choke. That is Purdue basketball. A big, fat choke job. Every single year. And when it comes down to crunch time, your team looks completely lost. Completely lost every single year. Big, fat choke. .7 seconds left. They're going back to the monitor on that as well. Never take Arizona. Never take Purdue. The two fattest chokers in all college hoops. .10 remaining between Kentucky and Providence. Yup. That Fairleigh Dickinson lost to Hartford, a Division III team starting next season in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. Versus Curry College. Versus Roger Williams. Versus Nichols. Versus Wentworth. They lost to a D3 school transitioning as an independent, and they're going to beat Purdue. That is embarrassing for Purdue. Do not realize that, Purdue. Purdue will get the inbound. 19.7 seconds left to play. Inbound for Purdue. They got one timeout left. 17 seconds. Handoff. They turn the corner. Dribble drive. Oh, it gets blocked. Fairleigh Dickinson. Big time block out of bounds with 12.3 seconds. Incredible athleticism right there by FDU soaring up. Those boys from Jersey just built different. Number 11. Oh, baby, what a block right there for Fairleigh Dickinson. (52-46) in Kentucky versus Providence. We're down to 3:50 remaining. Bynum. Carter. Back to Bynum. 5 in the shot clock. Bynum. Kick out corner. Carter. Carter. Tough shot. No good. Air ball. Shot clock violation for PC. Big U right there for a possession. Fairleigh Dickinson, Purdue, down to 12.5 seconds left. We'll keep you guys posted. Actually, we'll go into that game right now. 61-58 as we go on another timeout between Kentucky and Providence with 4 minutes left. Yeah. It's 12.5 seconds. This final minute has taken a decade, what it seems like. Purdue will need a 3 to send it into overtime, and they would need a defensive stop either way. Yep, 5 for 25 from three-point range. That is a young, youthful freshman backcourt that experiences physicality for the first time in a while this season. 12.5 seconds left to go. Purdue will get the inbound. Purdue will have the inbound underneath their hoop. Ethan Morton will be the inbound passer. Morton looking to pass it off. They go no timeouts. Out to the corner. Lawyer with a jumper contested. Oh, he airballs it. Isn't even close. He chokes under pressure. Fairleigh Dickinson comes up with a basketball and they get fouled. Choking under pressure at its finest. That's a Matt Painter squad for you year after year after year. And it's Lawyer, a freshman who takes the 3, airballs it. A classic Purdue choke job all over again. Those boys from Jersey built different. 61-58, 1-1 at the free throw line for Fairleigh Dickinson. Gonna see if they can channel their inner Princeton. They do. 4-point game. Oh yeah. Princeton, we love you. FDU, we do too. St. Peter's, you the man. See you next year in the bracket. FDU, one more. Say good for 2 by number 2 of FDU. 5 seconds, Purdue. Too slow. Too many bums on the floor for Purdue. They get blocked from behind, out of bounds. Number 2, you the hero. You the man. You beat the Purdue bums all over the floor. Those guards, too young, unathletic, not physical. They're done. They are done from the bracket. And it goes out of bounds. Purdue chokes in their own big fat chicken. As they are done. 0.6 remaining. FDU says thank you to UMBC. We can do it too. And a timeout taken by FDU. 0.6. 0.6 remaining in that game. 3:30 remaining between Kentucky and Providence. Kentucky with the basketball. Toppin. Hands it off to Wallace. Wallace, bounce pass, almost stolen. Hopkins' active hands couldn't come down with it. Toppin. Back outside, it goes to Wallace. Wallace, top of the key, guarded by PC. He tries to take it a distance. Missed a wild layup off the back rim. No good. A rebound goes right back to Bynum. Bynum at the corner. Finds Noah Locke. 3 minutes left to go. No more brackets perfect. As it is gone final. Fairleigh Dickinson wins over Purdue. Final score 63-58. FDU to 16 does it again. Second time ever. Kentucky steal and bucket. Jay Ramirez, you the legend brother with a dono. Let's get that dono hype on the stream. You guys are awesome. If you guys are new on the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. 2:30 left to go. Witness history tonight here on the channel. Providence with possession. Providence has it. Around the perimeter. They'll drive, kick out to the corner. 3 missed off the mark. And the rebound goes to Kentucky. 2 minutes left to go. Kentucky far side of the floor. They're going to slow down the tempo. .150 remaining for Kentucky. Kentucky has it the left wing perimeter. They'll jack up a jumper, missed off the mark, no good, and battle for the rebound as Hopkins just tossed it out of bounds. Yeah, absolutely wild right there what happened. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. 1:40 left to play. 54-46. Providence has it. Bynum, dribble drive, attacks inside, and missed the layup, no good. Tipped up, and the rebound goes to Toppin for Kentucky. Toppin's had a huge game today. 1.5 left to go. Cross-court pass. Reeves takes the three. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Carter. Providence just cannot buy a bucket here. Down low they go, and they do. Croswell up and in off the glass. 54-48 with 1:15 remaining. All right, so we're going to take a time on the floor. We'll be back here in a couple moments. I'm going to see if I can adjust the sound here. I'm just going to unplug it and see if I can plug it back in. 1 second. All right, so right now we're just in a timeout. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. 54-48 to score. $1:15 remaining. Fairleigh Dickinson, unbelievable. That is unbelievable how they won that game today. So we come out of the timeouts. 1:15 left to go. Kentucky will get the inbound. And deflected in the near side of the floor. He picked up a foul on the floor by Providence. Ooh, yeah, that's a hard one right there. Jacob Toppin, Bryce Hopkins hit Toppin. So this will be 1-1 bonus time now for Kentucky. $1:14 left, just 64.5% at the free throw line. The first one is good. Gonzaga right now taking it to Grand Canyon 64-46. Second free throw is good. 1:10 remaining. Bryce Hopkins with a poor game today, just 4 personal fouls. Providence has it with Bynum. Bynum with just above a minute left to go. 3-point shot taken by Locke, missed off the back rim, just struggling from 3. Offensive rebound, Carter. Outside Bynum, deep range 3, Bynum. Off the back rim, no good. Tipped up Kentucky with a defensive rebound, and they get fouled. And they'll go back to the free throw line once again with Jacob Toppin. 54.8 seconds left to play. Unbelievable. Fairleigh Dickinson beats Purdue by 5 as all the brackets get crumbled. .8 seconds left. Jacob Toppin back to the free throw line in the bonus. First one's good. Second free throw is good. 58-48. Down to the final minute. Providence won't push tempo. Too much time here with the basketball. Bynum just looking for something. Moves it out to Carter, back over to Bynum. 45 seconds. Bynum, spin move inside the key. Bynum puts it up and got the kiss off the glass, plus the fall as well. Too little, too late, though, for PC. So one shot coming up at the free throw line now for Kentucky. 40 seconds left to play. Yeah, this was a great game, though. Really, really good game. Gotta give it to you guys. This was an amazing game. And the free throw, got it by Bynum. 7-point game, 41 seconds remaining. Thanks all for joining in. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Kentucky will take on Kansas State or Montana State. The winner of that game, the 3 versus the 14. Inbound to the backcourt, Kentucky, and they get fouled. This will send Reeves back to the free throw line. Reeves has been massive today. Reeves, 21 points. 5 made threes. Yeah, by this rate of the season, K-State's played some players that's got heavy minutes. Really, really heavy minutes for K-State. Keontae Johnson, Marquise Noel. And Kentucky makes the first one. Second shot by Kentucky. And no good off the back rim. Rebound to Locke. 38 seconds. Locke pass midcourt. Too much time for Providence on this possession. They'll take the jumper 15-footer. Missed off the front rim. Rebound Toppin. And they'll come onto the pack with it, and they get fouled. 27 seconds. Kentucky going to be moving on. Just the shooting just not there for Providence. Their offense putting up top 70 scoring numbers this season, but when it comes time for this game today in the tournament, it's just tougher to score in a tournament type environment. Yeah, really appreciate all for joining in, being a part here today on the channel. You guys, the legends here out on the stream. First shot good by Jacob Toppin. Oscar Tshiebwe today. had 24 rebounds. Second one's good. 25 seconds. I will say no there. I think the Big Sky has got crushed in previous tournaments. Anything's possible, though. 18 seconds left to go as we take the timeout on the floor. Yeah, Gonzaga's getting hot right now against Grand Canyon. Yeah, really good game, guys. Really appreciate it all for joining in here today. We got a ton of people out on the channel. Let's go, everybody. Got 500 plus. Wow. So we have 18 seconds left. Kentucky will get the ball back from the timeouts. Yeah, hoping that you guys can go as far as possible for beating PC. Man, Oscar Shibwe, 24 rebounds today, man. Just a beast. Bryce Hopkins just did not show up. Limited to 7 points. Just tough one going up against your former team. They know the whole blueprint about him. Practiced all last year with them. Did not have that type of revenge game out there today for Bryce Hopkins. Inbound, and Providence in the corner tried to come up with a steal, but they couldn't. "17 seconds left to go. Kentucky will get the inbounds. Livingston passes far side of the floor, deflected in the corner. Noah Locke tries to come up with a steal, flings it up. Kentucky got it, though, in the backcourt with Wallace. 10 seconds. Still pressure by Providence. They look to trap. 5.7. Oh, they called him the tie-up. 5.7 seconds, tie-up, possession hour, Kentucky. Favorite NBA teams, the Celtics. Drake is leading Miami right now, 42-37. So they're going to put a little bit more time on the clock. Okay, this will be Providence basketball. So they did reverse the call, 10-second backcourt. At first, they called a tie-up. Jumper missed off the mark. That's been the story of the game. Providence just could not hit their threes today. PC just 5 of 22 from three-point range, and we go final. 61-53. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here to stream. Unfortunate end to the season for my Friars in this game, but Big Blue moving on in this matchup. Got to give it out to Kentucky. Really, really good game. Give it up for both of these teams. Play their hearts out tonight on the floor, and just an absolute battle of a game today, everybody. And thanks all for joining in, being a part here on the channel today. We're going to wrap up, close out to the channel members. Big shout out to Derek, first-time channel member on the stream here. So we got the channel members getting a shout out. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Jess, Ahino Joseph, Vegas, ST Sports Talk, Derek, Michael, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Barco, Siegel, Woopig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, and Robin. Thanks all for joining in, being a part on the stream today. Wrap up this one. Final score, Kentucky 61, Providence 53. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, everyone.